Hey friend, if you're just getting into client work, right? You're finally sharing your videos with some folks who are giving you some money for your hard-earned effort. First of all, congratulations, that's a huge step. But we need to find a way to share our rough cuts with our clients in a way that, one, gives them the full picture, right? So that they can provide accurate feedback for revisions and that sort of thing, but also that protects you as the producer and the editor so that they're not running off with your rough cut and never paying you for your hard work. The easiest way I have found to achieve this is just to simply add a watermark to your rough cuts so that it's obvious when you're watching it back. There's a logo on there or some image that tells you, hey, this is a rough cut. It's not a final export. And the client then has to come back to you and request a clean final copy. Now, there are a couple of ways to do this right inside Premiere Pro, but before we get started, I will show you that we are in version 25.6.5. I will say it doesn't matter what version you're running. Every single version of Premiere Pro is going to allow you to do what we're talking about here today, and we're going to make this very simple. Now, I am in the editing workspace, just so you know the workflow if you're following along at home and like to do this as well. There are two ways to add a watermark to your video. There's one way that I prefer, but I'm going to start with a more obvious way that this is actually not the way that I would recommend, but I just want to show you one of the easy ways to do said thing. You can obviously grab your logo or whatever image you choose, add a layer to your timeline and just drag it all the way out for the duration of your video, the whole timeline there. And just like that, you've got now a logo plastered in the middle of this video. Now you can obviously go to the effects control panel and pull down the opacity if you want to make this a little more see-through to kind of blend in with the video and not be so distracting. Obviously, we want it to be obvious that this is a rough cut, but we also want our clients to be able to view the work that you've created so that they have a positive experience. You can adjust the scale, right? The size of your image. You can move it around just like any graphics layer that you would use in Premiere Pro. You can do all of that right here, and that is totally fine. But this is not normally the way that I would add an image overlay or a watermark. So I'm going to delete this. Just get rid of it here. Now we're left with the video as we were. If we go to our export tab, let's say we've finished the video, or at least this cut, this version of the cut, and we want to add a watermark. We're going to send this to the client. We want some review. It's not the final version yet, but we're close. Okay. All you got to do is come down to, if I collapse this, you'll see I've got all these options here on the left side of my screen. If I open up effects, go down to where it says image overlay. Now I'm going to check this box and it's probably going to pull up my logo because I did add this in here already. If nothing shows up for you, it'll just say none in this box here on the left. You can click the drop down, go to choose, and then you just simply navigate through your folders until you find the image on whatever drive that you have this stored on. So I've already done that with my logo. That's why it came right up on here. Now, real quick, I am going to go back to the edit workspace because I want to show you, even though there is the logo here on the screen, if I go back to edit, you'll notice it's not here now. So Premiere recognizes that this is an image overlay. It's a watermark I'm adding after the fact. I don't have to worry about toggling on or off a layer on my timeline when I go to do the final edit. I don't have to worry about deleting anything. I would just make sure that I'm going through my checks in the export tab, and I would just simply uncheck image overlay. So you can toggle that on and off here, but this is where I would add that image overlay. Now, the reason I like to do it here in the export tab and not on my timeline, it's because I also like to add a time code overlay. Now, again, you can adjust the size and opacity here. I like to make it big and easy to see. This is going to do two things. One, it also reiterates that this is in fact a rough cut and not a final copy. But as your client is viewing the video, they may have certain pieces of feedback, certain ideas that come up or things they like or don't like, and they need to be able to point those out. And they can either hop on the phone and describe that to you. Maybe you're sharing the video over like a Zoom or Teams call or something like that. But I find that the time code makes it really simple because they can watch the video back on their own time and just jot down, hey, at 13.27 seconds, I would like you to do this, or can we please remove that? It gives them timestamps to give you as the editor. That way, when you go back to fix this thing or provide a new revision, you don't have to hunt around for wherever the changes need to be. You just go directly to that timestamp provided by your client, make the change, send everything back as is until you both can agree on the final product, at which point you'll just open up your editor, uncheck timecode, uncheck image, and now you are left with the final copy. Friend, you just hit export and you're done. Now, the reason I decided to make a video about this is because if you're just getting started working with clients, maybe up to this point, you've just made videos as a hobby, but you want to get paid for your hard work and you've skilled up in your editing, you absolutely should be getting paid for the hard work that you're putting in here. I like to give folks the benefit of the doubt and trust that they're not just going to run away with my video, but at the end of the day, it is a business that you're running here. And so you need to find creative ways to protect yourself in such a way. I have never had a client complain about an image overlay. If you are working with photographers and you do a photography session and they give you some samples to take back, my daughter just had pictures taken for school and there were watermarks all over those pictures and we still loved them and I didn't even question it. It's perfectly normal and expected that as a professional video producer, you would put an image overlay or a watermark on your videos, on your rough cuts, so that the client knows I can't run away with this before I pay. They come to you, hey, can I have the final export? This looks great. Let's just remove that watermark. You do so, send it, you're paid, everybody's happy. Friend, I hope this is helpful, but if you want to learn more about video production as a whole, be it editing, filming, gear, all of the above, go to guidedproductions.com/bettervideoguide. You can download my free copy of the 6 steps to creating better video. I have outlined the entire production process from idea to export, helping you craft your message, the gear you need to shoot a professional video, how to set it all up, and of course, editing best practices as well. You can find that for free at guidedproductions.com/bettervideoguide, or just click the link in the description below. It's my free gift to say thanks for spending this time. Friend, I hope you're getting paid for your hard work. If you have questions about that, leave a comment below, and I would love to help you get up and running as quickly as possible. Start adding watermarks to your rough cuts. Go get paid. Have an amazing day. And friend, I will see you on another video real soon.